Здравейте, много си аз съм GMR, а това е приятели епизод 35 от поредицата на към Deliverance. За жалост получи така, че попътувах малко и трябваше пусна да презаписвам, но пък абсолютно нищо не се е случило към история. Не сме започнали никакви квести, само малко голосовниче какво мисля да правим от тук насетне. Сега ние дойдохме от Таунберг, като тук преспахме в общи линии, това е, което се случи. Правих си някаква част от болните и оръжията и дрежките. Но тъй като естествено не мога да се поправя абсолютно всичко, сега сме на път да свършим тази работа. Сега, тъй като вече нямаме странични задачи, мисля, че имаме право на 3 неща реално. Имаме избор на 3 неща. Едното е да започнем да правим активитета. Но, както мисля, че споменах и по-рано много пъти, аз нямам намерение да го правя това нещо, а на това накрая, ако ни остане време, тъй като активитета не са вързани с историята по никакъв начин, или да принасят с нищо. Имаме вариант да започнем DLC-тата или да продължим по главните задачи. Мисля да продължим по главните задачи, тъй като в един момент ще имаме така наречения Point of No Return. И когато ни предупреди, че ако продължим напред в играта, няма как да се върнем назад, мисля, че тогава ще е добър момент да започнем да изпълняваме DLC-тата. Така, работиш ли с мед?
Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach from the monastery craftsman's yard has bought out all the copper.
Кажи ми за ковачеството в
What
Сасал.
can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmith?
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that
Ковачеството в
for
Сасал,
free.
окей.
This is only a small town. There's Zach, who has a forge in the craftsman's yard and mostly works on the construction of the church. And then, apart from me, there's Master Armourer Otter of Ramstein.
Зак,
Tell me more about Zach.
Don't have much time for him myself. He knows his craft, no question. But he seems to think his son, Vitus, will be a Master Armourer in Prague one day.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he thought much the same about me. That's how fathers are, isn't it?
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy. But Zach makes pride a sin. That's why he's at loggerheads with Master Otter.
Tell me more about Zach.
Don't have much time for him myself.
My father was...
Of course,
исках да си стъмна бекграунда на лаптопа, че ми дразне. Мастер Ота.
Can you tell me something
Какво
about
ми кажеш
Master
за него?
Otter?
well now, there's a master to look up to. He's worked for the lords of Kunstadt and for the richest townsfolk of Prague.
If you don't mind my asking, what brings him here?
The same as draws all reasonable people. He's enjoying the peace and quiet. Or rather, he used to enjoy some peace. That dispute with Zach must have put a few more wrinkles on his brow.
Защо са на
What were
нощ,
Zach
така
and
да
Master
кажем?
Otter arguing about?
Zach had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zach mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims that he's only fit for mending pots, and that his son will see him off.
That will be all. Thank
Това
you.
ще е всичко. Нека поговорим за поправки. Това всъщност е странична задачка, която рибаце абсолютно без искам беше в този път.
I hope I can.
Това няма форма да прави това пич. Супер. И каква е странична задачка, можем да я видим. Се пробвам да мина. Но първо ни поправят дречки. Да видим, това има ли нещо интересно за подаване. Ей, изкъпо бе. Ще да е яко, ако мога да си облека рокли. Йо. 5-4-7, защита, чаризма 17, дурабилите 35, 4-7-11, 5-4-7, 1-1-1-1, 18 чаризма. Срещу... което също е 1-1-1, но дава по-малко чаризма. Нещата тук за продаване, така като гледам. Чува се какво да си купа или дали да си купувам още нещо. Това ми харесва как седи. Това е готино, но нека си не ме кефи особено много как стои отгоре. В същото време това ще ни добави доста към защитата. И чаризата му е 20. Помня как изглеждаме. Найс. Сега. Тези дегизировки тук не съм сигурен дали няма да ни трябват по някое време, така че за момента ще ги запазя. Там всички тези глупости. Ще се спусна някой лев.
What do you say to...
You're a rock.
Така, разбира се, че няма се набие.
All right.
Перси, брадър. Може би отивам да говорим с мастер Ота за неговия проблем с другия ковач Шазак. И да го питаме, работи ли той с мед. Мастер Ота, къде си моето момче? Не, това не си ти. Ти ли си е? Боже.
How are you?
Ялка съм, брат. Сега.
Can you show me how to repair? Certainly. I want to achieve. All right, but it'll cost.
Nice.
Isn't that quite a...
Значи сме станали толкова висок левел на поправки.
Since it's you. That's not... Agreed. Good luck.
Сега, Корнелиус Сенми. Не съм сигурен по дяволите това какво е, така че искам да разбера. Как сега? Първо, работиш ли с мед? Ще ги караме подред.
I do a bit of Damascene decor sometimes. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for someone who could do me some copper sheets.
Well, that's pretty rough and ready work. I wouldn't waste my time with it. But go and ask Zach from the craftsman's yard by the monastery. He's bought up all the copper to be had around here anyway.
Какво ми кажеш за ковачите на Сасал?
What can you tell me about the blacksmiths here in Sasau?
Depends which ones you mean. In the town there's Mikesh. He's a decent man and an honest craftsman. And in the yard by the monastery there's Zach. But there's not many good words I can say about him.
Okie dokie.
Tell me something about Mikesh.
Like I said, he's an honest craftsman, which isn't something you can say about every blacksmith in town.
Зак?
What about the monastery blacksmith, Zach?
Well, him and me don't exactly see eye to eye. He wanted to buy my business, but I turned him down. Ever since then, he hasn't had a good word to say about me.
That'll be all. Thank you.
Нали сме изпращали?
I was sent by Cornelius and King Charles.
I see.
И какво?
God be with you.
Нямам идея. Добре. Сега ще отидем до. Чима ли малко черизмата? Чима малко черизмата, дай се почистим.
I'd like to,
What is it you...
Искам всичко.
I'd like a private bath for two.
I'm sure you'll be extremely sad. God be...
Сега ще отидем да говорим с Урих, след което ще отидем до Зак, последния ковач. Защото всичко сочи към това, че той работи с мед. Леле, каква е изненада! И да видим какъв му беше проблема на него с Мастер Ота. Шито ми. Тук ли си, моето момче? Ето те. Виждам ти шлема.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
Добре, сега да отидем да видим какво тук можем да говориме. От някъде тука. Отидем някъде тук. Някъде тук, някъде там. Може би тук. Майстер Пейнтер. Фреско мастер.
I'll be with you.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month they've told me they've none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
Quicksilver?
What do you need Quicksilver for?
I don't. They do.
Quicksilver
Mix up
беше
the
живак,
red
ако не се
paint for
бъркам.
me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
Живак, да. Окей.
That's all I
Си
need to
това
know
ще
for
бъде
now.
всичко.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
Какво имаш
Why
за
not?
продаване?
Show me what you have to offer.
I'll be with you.
Добре, ето, ще си купим някакви работи. Така, виж, че съм печая. Добре, сега отиваме да говорим с Зак.
Yeah.
Закари бой.
My humble greetings. How may I serve you?
Какво ми кажеш за ковачите на Сал?
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough and a fair-handed everyday things. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old and too proud to admit it.
Работиш ли с Мет?
Do you work any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why'd you ask?
Искам нещо да ми се
I'd
направи.
want to commission you to make something.
Then you best go elsewhere. I never use copper.
Това не е това, което чух.
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmiths' copper.
I'm being made a fool of yet again, it seems. Anything else? I still have work to do. See you later.
Да.
God be with you.
На него интелекта му не е толкова висок, така че...
Your father says you don't work any copper.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father's bought up all the copper to be had.
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father? You're asking for it, boy.
Но в случай ще използваме... Ще използваме това, че работиме за сър Радзи Кабиля. Аз съм изпратен тук от сър Радзи
You're
Кабиля.
right. It's nothing to me either way.
Right. So clear off.
I mean, beside the fact I'm here on behalf of the Royal Burgrave Saradze Kobila, investigating a grievous crime against the crown.
What? What are you talking about?
I'd let you read my Bill of Authority, but I doubt you're educated enough to understand it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realise. If I'd known, of course I wouldn't. I mean, you understand, don't you?
Stop prattling, for God's sake, and start telling me the truth. What's the story with the copper at your forge?
You're right. We do make copper sheets here at night.
Що е потребността?
So why all the secrecy about it?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
Кого ги правите?
Who buys those sheets from you?
I don't know. I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
Баща ти
Your father
баща
has
ти
some
има
serious explaining to do.
проблеми.
I'm so sorry. If
Yeah,
I'd known who
blame,
you were,
blame.
I'd never have taken such liberties.
Да. Няма значение. Не е твоя вина.
Never mind. You weren't to know who I am. You were just protecting your father's business interests like any good son.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Закари Зак. Относно
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Синът ти си призна.
Your son put it quite differently.
What's that? What are you blabbering on about?
Don't be angry with him. I didn't give him any choice.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do make copy sheets here, and I want you to keep it quiet.
Why?
Pays me good money, and the people I do it for. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them.
Някой заплашил ли те?
Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. I'd show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house. Or worse.
Не трябва да работиш за
If you
престъпници.
lie down with dogs, you shouldn't complain about the fleas.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter. One that'll cover up for my loss of earnings.
Какъв
So what are we
проблем?
talking about?
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto Rabstein's business for my son Vitus, but that old fool wouldn't listen to reason. He said he couldn't understand his legacy being taken over by a clod like my Vitus. Despite the insult, I doubled my offer, but Master Otto still wouldn't budge.
And what is it you need from me?
I thought I'd show Otto that Vitus isn't such a dolt as he thinks, but for that I need someone experienced in combat.
Ще се погрижат за това, но
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
опитвам да си спомня как ти е плана.
What's your plan?
Otto's busy making a very pretty suit of armor for the bailiff. So I was thinking, if we could show that pretty armor of his is absolutely useless, he'd be disgraced.
And how am I supposed to see to that?
Well, I'd reckon we'd arrange a duel of champions with bludgeons. You'll put on Vitus's armor, and Otto will send his champion in that tin shit of his. You invite the bailiff to watch, and Otto will be made a laughingstock in front of everyone.
And what do I get out of it?
What we already agreed. I'll give up dealing in copper, and I'll tell you everything I know about what's been going on.
Този квест може да се развие по два начина. Един е да помогнем на Зак, другия е да помогнем на Ота. Това, което ще спечелим от нашия избор, е кой от двамата ще можем да си поканим в селото, което после ще получим. Но се опитваме да се сета кой от двамата ще ни даде, т.е. кой какво ще ни даде. Мисля, че Зак ще ни даде хубави брони. Или пък щеше да прави мечове. Това не мога да си спомня кой какво щеше да прави в селото. Спомням се, че миналия път взех Зак и най-вероятно си има причина за това нещо. Сега просто не мога да си спомня каква е. Добре, ами ако
But what
сгуба?
if I lose?
Nonsense. How could you? Vitus's armor is light as an eggshell and hard as a rock.
Съгласен съм. Но какво ако бронята изчезне?
How about if the armour for the bailiff mysteriously went missing?
Jesus Christ. Don't even talk about it. Although, If Otter doesn't agree to the duel, it might be the only option.
Exactly. And if you want to wreck Otter's reputation, not keeping his promise to the bailiff could be even worse for him than your idea.
You're right. Do whatever you think fit then. But if the armor gets lost, don't come to me afterwards. I know nothing about it, right?
Of course.
About that copper.
I told you everything I've got to say. I made you an offer. Now
I'll be on my way.
I can't wait.
And?
See you later.
Сега отиваме при езика мастер Ота. На дуел мисля да пастрава. Там. Ота.
Good day, Henry.
Здрасти.
Greetings, good knight. How may I serve you?
Езикът си на дуел.
Master Armorer, I have a message for you from blacksmith Zach.
If it's another one of his so-called generous offers, you can go straight back and tell him I'm not selling, and that's that.
No, this is another matter. Vitus wants to challenge you to a duel.
What? Me fight with that brat? Zach must have lost his mind entirely.
Ще бъде дуел на вашето изкуство.
That's not how it will be. The real duel will be between your pieces of handiwork.
How's that?
It will be a duel with bludgeons. No bloodshed. At most a few bruises and some dents in the armour. Zach chose me to wear Vitus armour.
And so I'm to choose a champion of my own? That sounds reasonable.
Good. So let's agree on the time and place.
Hold your horses, young fella. I've got a counter offer for you. Now, I'm sure Zach is paying you well.
Не го правя за пари.
Maybe I'm just doing it out of love for my neighbour.
Aye, a regular good Samaritan, no doubt. I could pay you more, and I'd tailor-make a cuirass just for you. What do you say?
You mean if I fight as your champion instead? I'm not sure how Zach would take it.
No, you fight on Zach's side and lose.
Няма да мала.
Forget it. I won't sully my name with cheating.
Suit yourself. But my champion will batter you into the ground anyway, so you've nothing to gain.
So, choose the time and place.
What, me?
You're the one being challenged, so it's your right.
Well, it's all the same to me. Go and sort it out with the bailiff. He should know about it anyway, so I don't look like a troublemaker.
All right?
Take care.
И да отидем до Белифа. Господин Белиф. Уче е близко. Въпросът тук ли беше? Или в седната къща? Къде точно сега седи в момента? Къде е в момента? Няма никой. Добре. Кон вихрогон. Идвай тук, ваца.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ето те. Жълто шапчо.
What the?
What the?
God save you, good knight. What can I do for you?
Какво се случва
Is there
наоколо?
anything interesting going on here?
It's so peaceful, it worries me.
Трябва да ти кажа за
I'm
дуел.
here on behalf of blacksmith Zach.
Zach? What does that madman want now? Don't tell me. It's another complaint about the master armorer. Well, you can tell Zach if you waste another minute of my time with that pathetic feud of his. I'll have him up for disrespecting the office of the bailiff.
No, it's not a complaint this time. In fact, Zach came up with an idea to settle the dispute once and for all.
Is that so? Well, that's a different kettle of fish. That's just what I was after. You have my full attention, friend. What's his plan?
A duel.
Jesus Christ! Has he lost his wits entirely?
Да, не се притеснявай, ще бъде дуел с тъпи
Don't
оръжия.
worry,
такива.
Goodman Bailiff. No one will get killed. It will only be a duel with bludgeons. Zach chose me as his champion. I'll be wearing a suit of armour made by his son, Vitus, and I'll fight Otter's champion. Whoever falls first loses.
That sounds like a fine spectacle for the village green. Naturally, I'll have to be present to ensure nothing untoward happens.
Your presence is certainly expected, Bailiff. We'd like you to referee the whole duel.
Very well. We'll have it on the marketplace in the front of the church. But when?
That's up to you.
We can announce it right now.
Така е.
Let's do it.
I'll have it announced around town. You come along at just the right time. It'll be a fine show for the townsfolk, and I'll finally get that pair and their constant squabbling off my back. See you later.
Few days.
Good citizens of Sassau, our township has long been plagued by a protracted dispute. As you are no doubt aware, Zach, the blacksmith of the monastery courtyard, and Master Armourer Otto Rabstein have been, for some time, at odds.
Ha ha! That is hammer and tongs, more like!
And in so much as it behoves my office as bailiff to settle such disputes and maintain peace and order, I have decided to resolve the blacksmith's quarrel by unconventional means, whilst affording an entertaining spectacle. In short, we shall let them knock each other's teeth out. However, since it ill befits two respectable tradesmen to maul each other on the market square like a pair of cocks on a dung heap, each of them has elected a champion. Zach, the blacksmith, has appointed to fight in his stead Henry of Scarlet. And Master Otto Rabstein's champion will be...
Master Otto.
Please, introduce yourself, Sir Knight.
Master Otter will fight for Master Otter. I don't need some young pup to take my place.
I remind you that this will be a duel with bludgeons alone, and until first blood is shed. Come, folks, be sensible for heaven's sake. We don't want any maiming here, or, God forbid, murder. So, if both contestants are ready, let us begin.
Айде. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it.
Dopsy Jim.
Както е за нас. Ще съм сигурен, че натиснах блок, когато трябва. Айде, бате! Айде, бате!
You kicked that old bastard's arse, Henry. His ears will be ringing for a month. Now everyone will see who knows how to make armor and who's all hot air.
Не обиждай Ота. Той се би смел.
You shouldn't speak so disrespectfully about Master Otter. He fought bravely.
No need to get worked up about it. You've got to savor the victory, haven't you? Anyway, come by the forge later for your reward.
All right?
Сега се екипираме. Това е нашия меч. Всъщност това не е нашия меч. Това е нашия меч. А този меч трябва да е в коня, не знам защо е при мене. Иде, ето го. Тук въпрос е това. Това. 33. Това, което е екипирано. Окидоки. Тук, помежду другото, някъде има един пич, който може да ни поправи обувките. Жалост, ние не можем да си поправяме нашите обувки. Май. Сега ще видя дали случайно пък няма някакъв обущарски кит, който да си ми стървал. Няма да го шофаваме да пинем един мериголд. Женската не ми трябва. Трябва ми майстора.
God be with you.
Тека поговорим за поправяне, поправим и тия бутуши. И искам да видя какво мога ми предложиш ти като... Аз имам най-добрите. Китче, исках да видя дали има китче. Ще правим обувки. Имало, бе. Не знаех. Отива до при Зак. Да говоря с него. Него. Тато трябва да го изчакаме. Той кой знае къде е това пич. Нека изчакаме един час. Плам, че тогава ще дойде. Добре, ще направим една кратка пауза, че искам да изхвърля тази кола и сипа вода, че съм си жаден и ще се видим след малко.
I'm honored that a knight as you takes an interest in me.
I'll come for my reward.
Of course. And thanks again, lad. It's worked wonders for my trade.
And will Otter sell you his business?
I don't know, but the way things are looking now, his trade will soon be dead as a doornail anyway.
Тук има някакви... Тук изтървах микрофона. Така.
I'm glad your trade is going well. Now, about our little deal.
Ah, that little matter. Right.
Мога да ми кажеш за Counterfairs, не съм сигурен.
So, out with it. How was it all arranged?
One evening I got a visit from this scruffy beggar calling himself Rapota. He had a yellow cape on and kept whistling to himself. There was a knight with him too, but he didn't give his name. They told me what I had to do, how much I'd get for it, and I had to keep my mouth shut.
And where can I find this Rapota? Or the knight?
I don't know exactly. But I've always left the wagon with the goods behind the monastery, on the hill there, next to a small chapel under a big tree.
Anything else?
No. I swear that's all I know.
Well, that'll do me for now.
Okay. Whatever.
Take care.
Това ми е наградата в крайна сметка. Това не разбрах, какво ми е наградата. Аз си ходим без гащи. Да. Можем да отидем да говорим с Overseer-а. Добре. Ето, отидем да говорим с Overseer-а.
Look out!
Out, my friend.
What the?
I am honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
I'm looking for some quicksilver. Would you have any on hand?
Talk to my assistant. He deals with such trivial matters.
Fine, thank you.
Знам кой го е
It was
направил.
young Smoller. What?
О, боже.
Smoller's the one responsible for all the thefts and death. He tried to kill me and Leszek and God knows who else.
Sweet Jesus. Where is he now?
Dead. I killed him in self-defense.
So is that the end of it, do you think?
It looks that way. I don't know if he had any cronies, but if he did, they'll be lying low from now on.
I'm glad to hear that. After all the horrible things that have happened, we'll have to
Още по тази
reconsecrate part of
задача.
the monastery. Good luck to you.
Боже. Трябва да говорим с помощника му на този пич. Тук е помощник, къде да е? Ти е помощника, бе, момче. Ужец. Мисля, че това по някакъв начин е свързано. Как трябва да говорим с този пич, как му помага? Въпросът е къде по дяволите се заби той. Дяволите отиде той. Ти ли си маняк? Да.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Us?
Nobody. I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Bollocks. Tell me this instant what you've done with the goods.
Nothing! And I'd advise you to calm down. We're on hallowed ground.
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground, a lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy!
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to the money changers in the temple.
What do you mean? You're not going to hurt me, are you?
Tell me what's going on here and I won't have a reason to.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
Как им даваш quicksilver?
How did you hand it over to them?
Живак.
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
Какво те
What
заплашиха?
did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well.
Okay,
Thank you.
merci.
Good luck to you.
Сега...
Yeah.
Ори. Сега не съм сигурен дали можем да кажем на този Нурих да дойде. Майко. Нурих дали можем да го накараме да дойде с нас. Преди да отидем да говорим с тия пичаги. Така, знам къде да отидем и да чакаме за
I might know where the materials from the monastery get passed on to the forges.
Where?
Up the hill by Sasa Woods.
Shall we go right now?
No, I need to find out more. I don't even know if anyone will be there now, but you could keep an eye out there, in case anyone appears, I mean.
Agreed.
My pleasure.
Това, което не ми харесва, че Урих няма оръжие в него. Така ще го изпревара, ще отида там преди него, за да не седеме да стане някоя беля. What, Johnny? Look. Що просто сидите тук?
Why are you just sitting around?
Why not? Admiring the view. People just do not appreciate a lovely view these days.
Знаеш ли някой на име Рапота?
Does the name Rapota ring any bells for you?
Rapota, you say? Rapota. No, I can't hear any bells ringing at all.
Разследвам престъпление срещу краля.
Look, you little jester, I'm investigating a crime against the king on the direct orders of Sir Radzig. Are you really going to keep pretending you don't know anything?
Hang on! What's all this about a crime against the king? I'm just keeping an eye on things. When a wagon comes in, I make sure nobody robs it. I get a commission for that, that's it.
See? That didn't hurt a bit.
Yeah. Къде е Рапота?
Where's Rapota?
I don't know. He's been staying in town lately. He hardly ever shows up here. It seems he's keeping an eye on someone there. I don't know who.
Кой да прибира
Who
продоволствието?
comes to fetch them?
I don't know. Some people. They don't speak. Just look mean. Take the goods and go.
Губиш си времето.
Bit of friendly advice. You're wasting your time here. Rapota's scarpered and won't be coming back this way anytime soon. You might as well pack up and go home.
What? That bastard owes me a dozen groschen. Damn it! Now what? Well, no use hanging around here anyway. In any case, thanks for the information. I could have been stuck here for weeks.
Видим, Урик даже се задава. Найс.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, what's the matter? Come on!
Ударих Урих.
Ale, do predele!
Come on then, you.
Аз май припих всички днес.
Next. What have we got here? Entertainment. Great. Ha!
Добре. Пресих се, че ще трябва да набия Урих. Интересно. Само тук се забавлява. Ти не говори с Мастер Фейфар.
From the yard or from the wood, lean and fatty pork, chicken and beef, animal, calf and steak.
Путин, извинявай, че те плеснах.
Look what I've got.
Аз не купих. Ще друго за ядене.
That's my boy. Look.
Още едно месце. Бели в Мастер Фейфар.
Greetings. What do you need?
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
Знам откъде си взимат
I found
живака.
out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
I have, but I didn't find anything interesting.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapata.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something.
Добре. Знам откъде си взимат
I
кълъпите.
found out where they get the copper sheets from.
Really? So tell me.
It's the smith on the monastery craftsman's yard. He supplies the counterfeiters.
Do you know how he gets the goods to them?
It's the same as with the overseer. The goods were picked up by some servant called Rapata. That's all.
Добре.
See you later.
Това е разговор с него. И отиваме да говорим с... Blackridge. Видях, че има месарница някъде. Може би няма да е лошо да минем да си купим някакви работи. Къде се влиза в месарницата, е въпроса. Бъчър. Дай.
Greetings.
Нека търгуваме. Искаме... без вамчета, да има разнообразие. Пет, ние сме много добре. Е си Джонка, мастер Джароме.
Good God, you look terrible.
Джароме.
Did someone attack you?
Как върви работата,
How goes the work,
господаря?
master?
Getting there. You need something, my boy?
Над какво
What are you
работиш?
doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
Там ли работиш
You've got
тук?
quite a large workshop, master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone, which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague, or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high, or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
Разкажи ми за Флориан.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest. As though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
I have a message for him.
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? Other than his furious and deeply disappointed master, of course. About your question, you'll find him at home, no doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you.
Флориан, има ли врагове?
Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
Дама от баните.
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
Thank you.
Добре,
I'll leave you to
ще
your
си
work.
вървим.
Good luck then.
От нещата, които ми направи впечатление, че каза, че Пъпич си е заключил ковчежето. Някакси не ми се иска да хвана да го отключвам пред него. Дали? Шопа да не се време. Да видим какво има вътре. Има ли нещо, което си заслужава да бъде видяно? Добре, Пъпич. Дори не ми обърна внимание, което е супер. Това изглежда като монета. Може би медальон, но най-вероятно монета. Какво друго? Паните, защото да отидем в паните.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Тук съм. Се къпа. Бей, пречиш ми. Знам, нищо няма. Жив и здрав си.
Good health to you.
Здрасти. Yeah,
I hear you're at odds with apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
Разбирам какво общо има Флориан с
I'm
това.
sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
Флориан и Естер.
I assume that Florian knows this, Esther.
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends. She should have stuck with the turnip heads.
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like the rat he is in the cellar he rents from the baker. He's afraid of me, for sure.
Какво направи Белив?
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say what. I told him everything, but he says he won't do nothing about it.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got. Poor girl.
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. I raised her and taught her and gave her a job, and now she's gone. Who knows if she's even alive?
Gone.
I'd like to know more about...
Take care.
Yeah!
Разгледам какво става тук. По принцип, работа стои някъде тук в този регион. Но точно пък сега го няма. Въпросът къде е отишъл? Шокарт. Ето го е. Добре. Open sesame. Florian.
Good God, you look terrible. Did someone attack you?
Чак, толкова зле ли изглеждам? Не изглеждаш болен.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then. All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rapiter mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dies for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
Това заради момичето ли?
It's got something to do with that girl, hasn't it?
How do you know?
That doesn't matter.
No, I suppose not. I didn't want to get involved, I swear. Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't cooperate, they'll kill her.
Esther.
Who is Esther?
My girl, of course. That scum took her right out of the bathhouse.
Sorry about that.
Me too. Listen, I'll tell you everything, I promise. But only if I know that Esther's safe.
What, so I'm to go searching for her in the woods?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do faced with those strapping great villains?
Така. Ще я спася.
I can't help you with that right now.
Не.
Oh. God be with you.
Добре.
That kidnapped girl you talked about.
Отвлеченото момиче.
Esther. Yes. Will you help me then, please?
Да.
Very well. I'll bring back your Esther.
Ако използваме някоя от другите опции, няма да можем да
but then you
отидем
have
да
to tell me
помогнем.
everything.
I will. I swear to God Almighty. Please, just bring her back to me. Nothing else matters.
Where are they keeping her?
In the Skalitz Hills. There are some abandoned cottages around the mines. That's where I saw her last. They took me there when I said they had to let me speak to her.
All right. I'll go there and try and think of something.
You're my saviour.
Don't get your hopes up. Anything could happen.
Goodbye.
Да. Сейф. Ти не си ли рапот?
Are you Rapiter by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
Знам, че купуваш живак за фалшифициране.
I know you buy quicksilver for those counterfeiters.
Фалшификаторите.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time. No, I give up.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have too many other problems.
It's in the Skalitz mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skalitz Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Кой е твоя господар?
Who is your lord?
Sir Jezek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
Да. Какво се е случило с Ронов?
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave
Това,
Jobst,
което
and he
ми
had it
се
pulled down.
струва, че се
He knew
случи,
full
че
well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when
няма
a
да може
lord
да
dies
изпълни
without
някакви
issue,
задачки.
the king can confer his estate on whoever he
Това най-вероятно
pleases.
ще е лудно.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek...
Yeah?
I don't...
Да. Да видя. Добре, нека лоднем. Първо ще освободим тази девойка. И след това ще говорим с рабата. Така. Ще трябва. Теката, лево и сме там. Окей. Окей. Тази задачка е забавна. После ще видим как ще се справим с Улрих. Тъй като сега, когато няма оръжие, това нещо доста ме притеснява, което ще се случи за напред. Ще видим. Ще бъде някаква тегавенийка, но се надявам, че в един момент играта ще реши да го спалне с оръжия. Така, да видим. Добре, продължаваме напред. Сам ли сега трябва да върва? Значи коня си обръща посоките от време на време. Ми изглежда като доста неприятно място, честно казано. Това има кръв. Добре, ще интересно. Шранче банче. Това е мощчето. Шранче. Като цяло нещо интересно. Оп, някаква колитка. Сега, тук тръгна насам, обаче за дъна на улица и го знам със сигурност, така че няма смисъл. Това нещо. Единствената причина, поради която искам да го направя, за да махна облачето от картата, но няма смисъл. Мислям, че за дъна на улица ще си навлекат проблеми там. Ще има бой. Нямам време за тебе, приятел. Това ли е къщата? Как сме се стрелите ние? Често казвам, нямам много стрели. Това се стрели страшно малко, бих казал.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah. Hello! I'm gonna enjoy this. Yeah. Two arms! Get over here! Yeah. Pig turns up willingly for the slaughter. Alarm! Yeah.
Паднах. А, не съм паднал, бе. Сега обаче паднах. Да. Точно не мога да разбера, що толкова бързо почва да бяга. Нещо не му е наред на това умярче. Обикновено трябва да изяде някакъв бой. Сега нещо... Едно като влезе в бой започва да бяга. Пахме още един пич некъде тук, некъде тук, некъде там. И треволяци нищо не мога. Колко интересно. Паркирал съм си коня точно върху него. Трябва да си го пострели. Трябва да има още градини, може да тук. Да.
Please. Mercy.
Tell me what you know, and we'll see.
Of course, of course. What do you want to know?
Who
hired you?
A knight. His name's Jezek of Ronov.
Какво знаеш за фалшифицирането на
What do you
пари?
know about counterfeiting money?
Hardly anything. I know they do it in the workshop and they make a bloody good job of it. I always double check any coin I get from them.
And you don't know anything else?
No. We were hired near Kuttenberg by that fellow Jezek. We were supposed to kidnap the girl and keep her here, that's all.
This Jezek, what can you tell me about him? Is he a nobleman?
So he claims. It's a Jezek of Ronov, he calls himself. I think he's from Moravia originally. The lad said he's a terror in those parts.
Yeah, I never would have guessed.
Margrave Jobst had Ronov Castle razed though. It ain't nothing but a ruin now.
Къде е
Where's your workshop?
In the mines!
The mines are bloody enormous. I need a bit more than that.
It's in an abandoned shaft. Outside there's a camp, but I was only there once at night. When they wanted us at the workshop, we went the back way.
The back way?
Aye. Not too far from here, there's a ventilation shaft. We marked the tunnels with chalk.
That will take me all the way to the workshop.
It will. Just be sure to keep the markings on your right.
Got it.
Така, какво да правя
What shall I do with you now?
What? You'll let me go, won't you? Of course you will. You gave me your word.
Милосърдие може да означава много неща.
He begged for mercy. That can mean a lot of things.
I might have known. And what do you plan on doing with me?
Белев ще намери такова стая за
You're coming with me. I'm sure the Sassal bailiff can find some room for you.
Ай. Та трябва да се върна от тази мацка.
Put the weapon away. That's forbidden here.
Да, бе. Том. Ай, сега обратно там. Скалиц. Добре. Айде през скалиц. Това не бях подготвен за това нещо, че ще се случи, често казвам. Мисля, че първо ще мога да говоря с Естея, след това да го карам до тук. Обстикъл ми харесва, между другото. Oh, shit. I cannot see a shit here. Така. Трябва просто да се придържиме към пътчето вдясно. Да си извадим една пакла, пушката. Чиже? Това беше тъп, нали? Да. Трябва да е тук. Отключи!
I'll do anything. Just please take me away from here.
Поко девойке.
However did you find me?
Florian told me where they took you.
I'm a fool. I thought he was just a dandy, God knows why. And it turns out he's a villain in league with thieves. And a coward too. This whole time he knew where I was.
Right, shut up. Florian.
It's not Florian's fault. He was terrified they'd do something to you. They had him over a barrel.
You're right. Poor Florian must have been more scared than me.
I'd say so.
We should probably set off.
I'll go with you. I'd hate to lose you on the way.
Така спесихме девойката на Флориан.
Hey! Oh, you want something from me?
Флорианско, то момче.
My God, what happened to you? You look like you've been assaulted.
I found that Esther of yours.
I know. Back already.
How can I ever thank you?
By telling me all about the goings-on with Rapita.
They found me in the tavern one evening, caught me when I went to the ship pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapita. And a knight they called Sir Jezek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me, and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
Where will I find Rapita?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on the green, buying supplies.
All right. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides, your master will surely be glad to see you.
I have my doubts.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first I took it for a bad joke. And then, when they snatched Esther, there was nothing to be done.
Тръгвам преди да се измъкна.
Suppose I better go. I'd hate the bastard to get away.
Good luck, and thanks for the help. Good luck then.
Probably some animal.
Време да поправим каквото можем да поправим. Пушките си ги поправим. Правим трешките. А нашето ли е толкова щупено? Нашите трешки са перфектни. Да, той каза, че този пич по някой път е и в таверната да купува... Какво? Сплайс. Знам, че това е някъде тук. Просто да успеем да го видим. Нали? И вие не сте го видяли, не съм само аз, където не може да го види. Ето го. Иде си рапорта, така. Вече го говорихме с него. Да, знам, че шпионираш Флориан.
I know you were involved in the kidnapping of the bathmaid, and I know why you're doing it all.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
Там, що ще избяга този пич.
No, I give up.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Няма да скипвам...
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master
няма да скипвам разговорите, тъй като не си спомням точно кой от всичките неща да го питахме кое не е.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Да, кой е твой
Who is your
господар?
lord?
Sir Jezek of Ronoff. That's what he calls himself, although Ronoff Castle's long gone.
Какво се е случило какво се е случило с замъка на Ронов?
What happened to it?
Bronhof used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Bronhof only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Jezek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Jezek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Bronhof back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
За кого работи Jezek?
So who's Sir Jezek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Jezek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there, or who he is.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
Много сложно. Тек си не го усещам като злодей този пич. Това ще го пусна.
You're not worth tainting my sword with your blood. Now get lost before I change my mind.
Надявам се това да не е грешка. Миналия път го убих, този път ще го пусна. Да видим. Така. Значи ние имаме заден вход и преден вход. Найс. Тук, като отидем при нашото момче Урих, трябва да падаме севняне, защото не съм сигурен дали ще искам да го взема с мен, ако няма оръжие. Трябва на Урих, в случай, че аз нямам шнапсове. Трябва на Урих, че изглежда здрав, но в същото време трябва направо ще му разкатават фамилията и трябва да го пазиме. Ако не искаме да умре, проблема е да го пазиме жив.
I finally found out where the forger's workshop is. Master Feifar was right. The forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop is somewhere in the mines.
Знам за такъв заден вход, където няма охрана.
I found there's another way in, through some other galleries. They'll never expect anyone to come from behind. Still, Even if I can take them by surprise, I'd appreciate it if you came along to help.
I will be glad to give it. Lead on.
О, добре, въоръжение, което е много добре. Предният ход щеше да е много тегъв. А задният ход миналия път не го бях открил. Така че в общи линии това е нещо много и за мене. Какво ще се случи, какво няма да се случи? Ти идваш ли, бе, бац? Идваш, бе. Ехме стрелкичката. Вали дъжд в пещерата. Така. Найс. Некво ми е такова притеснено е. Много интересно. Леко съм нервен. Осъзнах, че нямам север шнапсове. Знам, че нещата могат да станат доста забавни. Чу се да не е фанат тресна един Лазарус Potion. За всеки случай да имам хил. Сега вие ме урих дали ще дойде. Идва, окей. Виждам стрелка. Трябва да е насам. Дяволите мрази мините. Правилният път съм... За път да излезе на предния вход. Добре, това е задъна улица. Shit. И аз това. Не съм се чувствал толкова напрегнал в игра от доста време. Не знам, не знам защо. Няма никаква логика. Чини си, ваце. Ако. Така, да, идвам насам. Ето стрелката е. Добре. Харесва ми, че девелоперите се сетили. Решили да слушат. Само надолу ли трябва да отидеме, насам ли трябва да дойдеме? Добре, насам сме. Добре. Може би се доближаваме. Как да се случат нещата? Ето така. Пре само да се наложи да излизам по дългия път, да стане автоматично това нещо. Стига! Добре. Стигнахме до местото.
Jesus Christ. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila.
Oh, shit.
And who's he?
That's no concern of yours.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
We can come to an agreement that you'll keep your mouth shut. Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Ratai.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that!
I have no choice, as you are aware.
Why do you want to kill him? He may have valuable information.
For that exact reason. My master does not wish this man to fall into the wrong hands, especially those of Radzig Kabila.
Ти си предател. Можеш да излъжеш за това, че си го убил. Fuck off. Съм сигурен с кое да започнем. Добре, ще му кажем, че може да излъже.
You can tell your lord the man is dead. He'll never find out.
But he will. Or do you think you can lock this man away from sight until Judgment Day?
Why not?
Do not be naive, boy. Look around you. This land swarms with rats and snakes, especially now. There is no secret that is not for sale. If I let you have him, my own head will be on a spike before the month is out.
Се налага да се върнеш.
You don't have to go back to the Rosenbergs.
How do you know about the Rosenbergs?
Master Fayfire recognized the writing on your letter of passage.
Just as I said, there is nothing safe from prying eyes in this land. And where would you suggest I go?
Into Sir Radzig's service. He needs people like you.
I serve Kabila. Out of the question. If he learned of all that I did for the Rosenbergs, he would hang me from the nearest tree. But you are right, I do not have to return to the Rosenbergs. In fact, I cannot.
Why not?
I am a knight without a crest, without allegiance. No one was meant to know whom I serve. If the Rosenbergs hear that I have been found out, they will see to it I vanish. They cannot afford to be associated with me.
Where will you go then?
Where the road takes me, as I have many times before. Farewell, Henry.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Чудесно. Спасихме Урих. Спасихме този тип. Пана да гледаме тук нещо интересно има ли. Гледам не.
Please, please. I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go.
Let's go. Master Fayfar is very keen to meet you.
Много ми е интересно ли ще срещна Урих в втората част. Би било много приятно. Би било много приятно всичките, с които сподираме тук и си разделяме пътищата. Да имаме шанс да ги срещнем в двойката.
In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Rattay then.
Тук има доста хора, които можем да срещнем и да убием или да се разделим приятелски с тях и те да си тръгнат по пътя. Примерно това. Търсме. Как се казваше? Опитвам се сета как се казваше. Пиша. Хер. Еди кой си Хер. От миналия епизод. Би било много забавно да можем да го видим. Също така би било много забавно да можем да видим Николас. И той да не ни се кефи. Забравя да се кача на кончето, нищо. Сега отиваме да говорим с сър Радзик и след това ще сложим край на този епизод. Скрием вече. Трябва фама да продадеме. Някакви неща и в сайт. В кончето също имаме някакви неща. Трябва да си купим Севър Шнапсове, защото... Днеска съм използвал повече, отколкото трябва. Да разих тук ли някъде? Явно в кулата. My word.
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one more thing from you.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself that if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir.
Добре, отиваме да говорим с Бернард. Си измира, че нищо не прилича. Си поправим малко нещата. Опа, няма какво поправя всъщност. И се поправихме миналия път, окей.
Look what you're...
Да, Денчка.
Yeah.
Минавам. Варда. Не имам спирачки.
Damn! Stay away from people if you can't ride a horse, you moron!
Damn! Бернард.
Good health to you.
Дай ми ключа.
I need the key to Yezhek's cell.
So Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have let me beat some answers out of him.
Не го приемай така, не се
Don't
сърди.
take it that way. He probably wants to talk to me because he reckons he can hoodwink me. But that's where he's wrong.
Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key.
Thanks.
Good luck then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Вземем да удариме, някой не възмени тази игра. Приятелю. Да, трябват ми стрели, приятелю. Трябват ми стрели. Защото нямаме много. Като барихме.
Yeah.
Да. Така и така тук обикаляме да правим някакви работи. Поръно ли? Поръно.
Greetings. God be with you.
Там някакви неща, като например този лък. Тази стрела. Това. Явно това е всичко, което искам да ти подам. О, това е късно, това е добре. Sidekick.
God be with you.
Good boy.
I'd
like to discuss... Satisfied.
All right.
От този пич тук дали можем да си купим север шнапс, аз забравя да си купя север шнапс от този пич горе. Шнапс. Това, добре. Даваме. Лък. Сега отиваме да продадем броните, след това отиваме да говорим с този пич. Долу в подземието.
God save. Take care. See you later.
База. База. Чук база всъщност. Харизма. Трябва. Защо трябва? Реално и това не ми трябва.
Let's have a word about the price.
И 600.
I knew we...
Супер си. Супер си. Трябва да слеза долу. Тук.
Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me, of all people?
You brought me here. You should consider it an honor.
Hanging around in a damp dungeon with a condemned man is your idea of honor.
You're not seeing the bright side. You can be the one who uncovers a conspiracy against the king for your master. You don't get an opportunity like that every day. It did cross my mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margrave unjustly declared the scourge of the land and expelled from Moravia. They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the necessity of making a living that forced me to take some liberties.
Оспорваш авторитето на Margrave.
Do you really want to question the authority of the Margrave?
I've always been loyal to the crown, but what can I do when the Margrave stole my fief?
That's not why we're here. I don't care about your conflict with the Margrave. It's your crimes against the king I'm worried about. The king you say you've always been so loyal to.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who were you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
Ерик, как разбра за тези кримс?
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
Бандюгите в
Chris,
сел.
you're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so.
Eric.
This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
Кажи ми за този за човека в
This
манастира.
highly placed person at the monastery. What can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
Добре, това ще
That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
Трябва да си помисля.
I'll have to think about it. I don't want to annoy Sir Radzig.
Чакай, приятел. Кажа как се качват стълби. Ауш! Право се отбива.
Yeah. Yeah.
Да.
So what have you learned?
Вие ми трябвате сър.
All sorts of things.
There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really?
That's what Jezek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
Добре. Но той е престъпник. Тогава какво ще направиш?
So what will you do?
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn! So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Jezek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. So Jezek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasau and try to find them.
I'm not sure where to start, sir.
Then ask around the ale
Ще е
houses
падна
in
репутацията?
Inns or at the Rathaus. Someone must have heard something. These things can't be entirely kept in the dark. Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else who could help as much as you can now.
Както заповядате, не съм обещал абсолютно нищо,
As you
така
command,
че...
sir.
Добре, ами с това ще приключим този епизод. Следващия епизод ще продължим нашето разследване и със само. Няколко души, които можем да хванем да разпитаме. Всяка вероятност това следващия епизод ще започнем в Сасао и след това по някое време най-вероятно ще се насочим към манастира. Чува се дали ще успяваме за един епизод да минем манастира, защото това е доста дълъг сегмент в играта. Дали пък да не отпътуваме? Не, тук ще спим. Нека спим тук. Нека да седнем. И след кратка пауза, най-вероятно директно ще започна да записвам следващия епизод още днес. Чеме до 5 часа, ще поспим. И така, добре, това ще е всичко от този епизод. Пожелавам ви всичко най-хубаво. Чао, чао и до нови срещи. И стопа.